Hi guys, and welcome back. So, I'm gonna be riding a road that I really liked the other day, and I want to talk about how to teach a noob how to ride. So, let's get into it. Okay, first things first, I'm not a teacher, I'm not very good at teaching, and I've been told so, but I have been riding motorcycles since I was 15, even though the displacement maybe wasn't considered that that's a motorcycle, but 15 years of experience on the road with two wheels is what I need to teach someone how to get into motorcycle riding, because you need to teach them the basics. So I'll put you into context. Here in Spain, that we have three motorcycle or two-wheel licenses: the 50cc, the 125, and the A2 license, which after 2 years allows you to ride any kind of bike. So the 50cc is like all the rest of motorcycle licenses. You do your tests, you do your exams, and then you get a piece of paper that says that you can ride a motorcycle under 50cc. Same with the 125, same with the other bikes. Okay, as I was saying, if you have a car license, after 3 years, you can ride a 125. So, problem is, those that can after 3 years maybe don't know how to. So, here is where my experience comes into, in the sense that this is what I did. There was this friend of mine who wanted to ride, who was afraid of motorcycles, literally afraid of motorcycles, but after some time riding with me, they wanted to ride their own bike. So, easy thing, buy a bike. Get yourself your A2 license. No, I don't want my A2 license. I don't know if I can with an A2 bike, with the power, with the weight, etc, etc. Okay, so get a 125, one that you like. Okay, so they did that, and that person had never even ridden a bicycle before. First things first, gear. I get a jacket, get some gloves, get a good helmet, get some riding boots or some riding sneakers, riding shoes, riding whatever. Be protected, because if you fall off the bike when you're learning, I can promise you that if you don't get hurt, you might want to ride again, because it will be just a small mistake. But if you fall off the bike whilst you're learning and you hurt yourself, you might never ever want to know anything about motorcycles ever again. So gear is very important. I've been riding on a motorcycle, moped, whatever you want to call it, for 15 years. For the last 9, nearly 10 years, I've been riding Harley-Davidsons, and riding shoes, gloves, jacket, and a full face helmet. Whoa, dude, chill. I ride fully protected. There might be the odd occasion where I don't, but inner city riding and stuff like that, and it's still dangerous, but that for another video. So, you get this person that has never ridden a motorcycle before, and they've never ridden a bicycle before. So what do? Choose a parking lot, an empty road, somewhere where they can learn the basics. They can feel the weight of the bike, learn how to balance the bike, learn how to do a circle with the bike on themselves, put the foot stand down, put the central stand down, explain them the gears, explain everything. And once they've done that, teach them how to move around with the bike. The basics, just put first gear down and move slightly in a straight line. Then turn around and come back here again. Then start doing circles. Then start braking. Then try and park the bike. Okay, this turn is nice. I'm gonna scratch. So, once they've got their feel around, i.e. that they have learned the basics, well, there comes the fun part. If they feel confident enough to ride and they've already, I don't know, put the bike into second or third gear in the parking lot and stuff like that, take them to the street with your bike, with yourself behind them, as a protector, as a guide, as an analyst. Don't go through busy roads, go local town streets if need be, and just don't pressure them. Let them learn their own way. Just be there to guide them, to explain stuff if they do something wrong, to correct their turning points, to remind them to look through their rear view mirrors since they're so tiny on a motorcycle, to remind them to stay a bit more to their left or to their right depending on where the traffic is standing. And yeah, that's why I wanted to bring you here. Don't bring a new person here unless they already have some road experience, because these turns and twisties are nice, but they're complicated for someone that's just starting. Anyway, once they've got the basics around town, and especially with you acting as a shield and an advisor, if they feel confident, take them out for a spin in the open road. Take them outside of town, especially if they already have control on the bike and they can keep up the speed. My case was 125, but this is applicable for any other kind of bike. You're the one that's already been riding. The other person is the one that doesn't know maybe nothing at all about riding. So anyway, take them around, go to the next town, go for a small, I don't know, lunch somewhere that's not too far, especially if it's a road that they already know. Everything helps. And I can promise you that slowly but surely they'll gain confidence. They'll learn the skills that you teach them. They'll listen. They'll ask for advice. They'll want to know more. They'll want to learn more. They might even ask you to go in front of them, especially in twisty turns, if the time comes that you go and do twisties, so that they can learn how to turn the bike in the twisties like you do. All those sorts of things. The main reason they'll do that is because you've built up that confidence, that you've tried your best to teach them. If you haven't pressured them, if you haven't criticized their lack of skill, which they will obviously have, but they will gain slowly, come off it. Any one of you, tell me if you learned to ride the first day. If you were born riding, I can tell you you weren't. And if you say you were, then you're lying through your teeth. So, anyway, when they already have that confidence, then just go riding longer and longer distances. Take them out for a camping trip, take them out for a vacation, take them out for a weekend, whatever. They'll slowly learn how to ride properly. They might take longer, they might go faster. That's different for everybody of us. I got my license first time round. I didn't have trouble getting my license, but I've always been into motorsports and motor vehicles and stuff like that, so I had that tiny advantage. The person I taught is now thinking of taking their A2 license and grabbing a bigger bike, because they've seen that the bike they currently own isn't as powerful as they want it to be. It lacks power, it lacks agility, it lacks speed. But the job is halfway done. They'll soon be riding a big bike. And once they learned and they have a bigger bike, maybe if they've started on a 125 like my case and they decide on getting a bigger bike, then continue the teachings. Advice is always free. If they ask you for things, it means that you've done a correct job in teaching them the basics. They'll always come to you for advice. If you don't want that burden, then stop watching here. I don't mind new riders asking me for advice. We're all in this to have fun, so if there's something that I can learn from someone else, I'll be grateful. If I can teach someone else, I'll be grateful. Come off it. It might come later down the line that the person that you've taught how to ride is teaching someone else with the same advice in gear and responsible riding that you've taught them. This person that you've already taught how to ride the basics, then when they are on the open road, you'll have to adapt your riding to them. If you start pulling the throttle, scraping the pegs, scraping the knees, scraping the elbows, scraping whatever you want to scrape, I don't care, they won't be able to follow you. They won't enjoy all that stuff. Don't take them down difficult roads. Don't take them somewhere like this if they don't have a couple miles experience, you know, because this is fun for those who already know how to ride. But if you try and take a noob down this road and they're still trying to learn how to do turns and twisty roads, then it's gonna be stressful for them. Just don't. And mainly, always be behind them. Let them guide. You can guide them, tell them left, right, wherever, but let them be in front. You're the person that has more experience, and you're the person that can give advice to them if they commit a mistake. Being able to indicate other riders, other drivers, other road users to try and get out of the way, and it will make for everything safer for all of you. You know, if you protect them from the back, they'll feel safe to ride at their own pace. If you're in front and ripping the throttle, they'll just think you're a douchebag. Ride calmly and look at what they do and teach them any other skills that they might be missing. That would be how to teach a noob. It's very basic, I know, but I'm just starting to do this stuff. If you think I do this teaching correctly, let me know. If you think that I'm teaching wrongly, let me know. I'm open for suggestions. Just another motorcycle rider which wants to share this passion with everybody. So, cheers, take care.